What up, Space Fam? Goes in here from AnimeUproar, back at it again to discuss the latest chapter of the One Punch Man manga. A lot of you enjoyed my last few One Punch Man videos, and if you do want to keep them coming on this channel, the best you can do is smash that like button and share this video with any heroes for fun that you know. If you haven't, be sure to subscribe, and this is crucial, hit that notification bell and select all, or you will miss future One Punch Man videos. While you wait for the next chapter and or video to drop, feel free to check out my growing One Punch Man playlist, where we got videos about the S-class heroes, A-class heroes, dragon and god level monsters, blast, and more. Link to that playlist in the description. Now without further ado, let's jump into it. We start with monstrous Psychos launching her powerful blast at Tatsumaki, and my boy Genos comes in with the rescue. And not gonna lie, Tatsumaki's face looked pretty worried before Genos came to intercept that shot. He launches an epic True Spiral Incineration Cannon attack at Psychos' own attack. And you have to take the time sometimes to appreciate the names of these attacks. One Punch Man walks that fine line between actually being a conventional shonen in the sense of having epic tense fights between cool characters, but also makes fun of all of the shonen tropes at the same time. That way we get the adrenaline-filled fights, but also some golden comedy as well. It's a win-win in my books. And with this attack, Incineration Cannon probably would have been enough, but Genos throws in True Spiral before it for good measure. And the hilarious part is that the dude has to, at least in the English translation, say 10 syllables in the heat of battle while launching his attack. That's twice as many as Kamehameha, mind you. But let's leave the comedy for now and get back to the action. The two beams clash like two Kamehamehas. It's intense, and Psycho says that Genos can't overpower her head on. Genos simply screams and manages to split up Psychos' blast. Genos then tells Tatsumaki to do it now, and she brings the hostages to safety. We see Atomic Samurai, who had some hilarious moments in the past chapters involving a naked Puri Puri prisoner, and here he suddenly opens his eyes. He turns and Puri Puri prisoner is there with his naked body facing him, saying rise and shine. And Atomic Samurai freaks out, probably not what he expected to wake up to. We see Super Alloy Darkshine, and the huge buff dude is in the fetal position. It seems he was traumatized from his scuffle with Garo, the human monster, even if he doesn't seem to be injured. We also get to see Bang, his brother, and Fubuki, Tatsumaki's younger sister, being taken to safety, and Tatsumaki can't help but smile. She's overjoyed that they're finally safe. At this point, Genos seems to have used up his power, but Psychos has not, and just launches another blast, just like the first that took all Genos had to stop it. Things look really bad at this point. As Psycho says that they lost their shield and are about to meet their doom, she's shocked to see Tatsumaki using her powers to successfully hold back the blast. And we get some panels with Tatsumaki holding Genos, which I feel like will give shippers of them something to work with, although I'm most interested in the dynamic between Saitama and Tatsumaki myself. Tatsumaki says that she can finally fully focus on the fight. She couldn't be serious before because she was diverting focus and power to help protect the others. The question was, how much power was that costing her? We get a cool moment where Tatsumaki praises Genos, which is rare for this tsundere, no doubt. Only then do we start to see how OP Tatsumaki seems in relation to this insanely powered up Psychos, who, as I explained in the last chapter review, could straight up meet the criteria for a god level threat because she could threaten all of humanity. And considering that, what Tatsumaki is about to do is all the more impressive. She easily casts aside the beam and uses her psychic powers to make Psychos freeze in place. She can't even move a single finger. This is complete overpowering, a flex of epic proportions. We see just how threatening Tatsumaki is and how much she loves her sister when we see her looking scarier than any villain we've seen thus far. Psychos, who remember is the planet endangering monster here, is sweating buckets right now. You do not threaten Tatsumaki's sister, and even Fubuki is sweating buckets when she senses Tatsumaki's power right now. We're told that the power up there is increasing, and Bang asks if her physical ability is limitless. Fubuki thinks to herself that Tatsumaki's concentration has improved and makes it clear that Tatsumaki is planning to finish this right here and now. I gotta admit, I was thinking that Saitama might be the one to come in with the effortless kill here, but now it seems like Tatsumaki is gonna get to shine. Psychos the monster is shocked that Tatsumaki had this much more to give and calls her a monster. And when a monster calls you a monster, that's pretty epic. People watching over City Z think there might be a technical glitch, but it's actually Tatsumaki straight up warping and twisting the city. Imagine the damage that could cause if Tatsumaki was a villain. And the fact that she could deal like this with a potential threat to all of humanity means she is definitely a potential god level threat herself. That is, if she ever turned against the heroes. Not that that would happen, but it's just fun to think about when power scaling characters. Although we obviously shouldn't take power scaling too seriously in One Punch Man, since we were previously told of Psychos' seemingly limitless and unmeasurable powers, but clearly it didn't take her long to reach her limits against Tatsumaki. And that's part of shonen. You gotta hype up the villain. And things took a complete 180 here, since previously Tatsumaki really looked like she was on the brink of defeat, and now she's definitely the overpowering force. She wrings Psychos out, along with the city, like an old rag, suggesting that the monster absorbed a lot of power, so she's draining her of it. It starts raining blood, Child Emperor gets protected from debris by Pig God, and Saitama is still dealing with the monster underground, telling him he wants his boss to cut it out since he will wreck his house. Obviously though, our fellow weak monster can't really do anything about that. If only he had that much sway over Psychos as Saitama thinks. And besides, it's not even a monster but Tatsumaki who's causing the damage. And I appreciate how Saitama isn't at all worried about his life, but just about his house. The buried Flashy Flash starts complaining about shifting rocks, and finally Saitama says there's no time to be careful and starts unburying him with great speed, to Flashy Flash's great concern. Meanwhile, the Mighty King is having trouble climbing stairs and he's exhausted, while the child hostage runs easily ahead of him. Their upstairs journey becomes a downstairs journey as the building falls. Tatsumaki is clearly causing a lot of damage and it seems to be working. Psycho seems finished, but it's not over. The last thing Tatsumaki says is she's gotta stop Psychos' heart, suggesting that Psychos can still regenerate at this point. I'm looking forward to seeing where we go from here because we've already had so many twists in this one fight that I wouldn't be surprised by another, especially since the last thing they mentioned is that the heart is still alive, when they could have definitely ended this chapter on a more definitive note if it was truly over. And I feel like we need to see more from Saitama too in regards to actual fighting. We'll see, but one thing is for sure, Tatsumaki's power is terrifying. We don't even know its limits since she clearly wasn't struggling here to overpower Psychos. It wasn't even close when she had her full concentration. And since Psychos had the power to straight up shave off portions of the earth, I'd say that that could position Tatsumaki in god level territory, at least within the definition of this series. Again though, I feel like even a god level threat could be dealt with by Saitama with relative ease, yet it's still fun to see stronger opponents and the full power of our top S-Class heroes. By the way, if you are interested in specific S-Class heroes, you could check out my recent video about the mysterious #1 hero Blast and everything we know about him so far, link to that in the description. And that is it for this chapter. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to keep the One Punch Man chapter reviews coming on this channel, the best thing you can do is smash that like button and share this video with any heroes for fun that you know. If you haven't, be sure to subscribe, and this is crucial, hit that notification bell and select all, or you will miss future One Punch Man videos. While you wait for the next chapter and or video to drop, feel free to check out my growing One Punch Man playlist where we got videos about the S-Class heroes, A-Class heroes, Dragon and God level monsters, and much more. Link to that playlist in the description, and give me some suggestions for future video topics that you are burning up to see. I also want to thank all of you because the channel has been growing so fast and it's amazing. We passed 990,000 subscribers and are actually approaching 1 million subscribers, and it's all thanks to you guys. And I especially want to thank the patron squad over on Patreon and here on YouTube who help make videos like this one possible. Between Patreon and the YouTube join function, we have well over 100 patrons right now, which is just mind-blowing and amazing. First and foremost, I want to thank the patrons of Legend, the ones acknowledged by Lord Twigo himself, Alpha Sigma, and Liam Thompson, and are the 1-tier patrons, the ones who stand atop all clans, Ingrata, The World, Acquire Respect, Patehefa, Jonathan King, Rathuan De Aura, Emperor Otaku, Thomas Jones, Kin Mono, Admirath, and Christopher Torley. And our Pro Hero tier patrons, the one and only Gilgamesh, who's the current most donated overall champion of the world, Nothing But a Fan, King Zeldris, Anatoly Kazatsky, Angel Cruz, Cricket XP, Joe Stanton, Barry Gucci, Alicia Actor, Hirokami and Water, Bonnie Parks, Jason Wilson, Florian, Joanne Garcia, Steelers, McShamus, Jessica Kayla Fawn, Deadly Saint, Stern Hawkins, and High School DxD 73. Thank you all so much. If you enjoy our work, you can support more of it by going over to patreon.com/AnimeUproar and becoming a patron today for as low as $1. If you do so, you'll get your name featured in future videos alongside these amazing people right here, and you'll even get access to our private patron-only Discord where we talk about anime life and of course dank memes. So check out patreon.com/AnimeUproar, link in the description if you're interested. You can also join the YouTube channel by clicking that blue join button next to the subscribe button that you've hopefully already destroyed. So yeah, you can support more content that way if you prefer. Whichever way you choose to support us, you can get the same great benefits. Thanks again, and until next time, see ya, Space Cowboys!